Let me ask you, man, did you have a conventional childhood?
Hell no, dysfunctional-ass family.
Can you tell me about it?
Fucked up.
Father?
He out of here. He been gone since '93. I was raised without a daddy, basically. So I had to be a man on my own. Take care of my mom and shit, my G-moms. My family, my little brothers and sisters, so I had to do this shit by myself.
How do you advise your little brothers and sisters?
Do what you do. What else can I tell them? Look at me.
I grew up watching my dad beat the hell out of my mom. I watched my father, an alcoholic. And I smoked PCP with my mother. You know what I mean? I grew up on drugs, man. I mean, you know, I got kicked out of 10th grade for selling weed for my mom.
My mom was on drugs, you know what I'm saying? Now she cool, you know, but back when I was younger, my dad, he in a federal penitentiary, 12 years, you know.
I grew up in a house where my grandma, my uncle, everybody was selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? I grew up to where when the police raided me, they handed me drugs to hide and all this old stuff.
I grew up in a home where my mother worked 2 jobs but had 3 boys. So you can imagine we were unsupervised, so I found my supervision outside of the home.
She was too busy making a living than to love me. Even though she tried and did the best that she could, it was not enough.
I could say that my whole life, I was trying to figure out why my mother didn't love me, or why my mother didn't show me love. If she could say it, she couldn't show it, meaning that she never once gave me a hug or a kiss. It'd be $20, because she would have to go somewhere. But all the while, I saw her chasing other men, other people, and giving them the love I thought I should have. It made me act out. It made me resent her in a certain way. Only because I could have resented my dad, but he never showed me the negative imagery. He just was gone. So all I had was a thought of who he was and who am I?
A lot of black kids in the neighborhood that just went the opposite way, or when the gangs was outside, they didn't come outside. You know what I'm saying? They had some parents that get in your books and stayed on them. But if everybody had that, then a lot of things would have been different, but that wasn't the case.
A lot of minds are messed up because they don't have that support. They don't have no one that really got their back. They don't really have no one who understands them.
Got the homies down the alley drinking some 8-ball and they tell you you are something, we love you and you can be a part of this, then where you gonna go?
The common thread throughout all of these conversations and throughout our community seems to be, for the most part, the absence of a father, a male figure, a father figure in the home. I wasn't taught at all about manhood. I was raised by my great-grandmother, my grandmother, and my mother. There was no male figure. There was no role model for me.
So if you come up in a home when there is no male influence, there's no strong male influence, then everything is going to be out of whack.
The people that taught me wrong. Taught me how to be hard. Taught me how it was about being tough. You gonna teach me how to be a man by just fighting. Tell me fight somebody or go shoot somebody. That's the way they taught me being a man.
You have a subculture of young black men pretending to be men by killing each other or by standing up in a bravado manner. But they're misguided.
Well, I'll sit here and I'll tell you that I didn't become a man until I was 38 years old. because I had to hold the hand of a man. It was just that simple. A man had to stoop low enough to take me out of the gutter and say, hey, this is the way to go. This is what you do. This is how it's done.